I would like to say welcome to the Ethno-Botanical Garden. Jerome is taking good care of this place to teach people about his knowledge and also to practice his knowledge in tropical medicine. We call this our green pharmacy. And Guillermo and his father-in-law, they both work here as curators. We call them shamans, herbal healers. They're doing such a good work to transmit their knowledge, not just to the tourists, also to the local people, and also to help the local people and to treat their diseases. And here is Guillermo to tell us about the plants. If you have any questions, we can talk about that.
Quiero hacer un poco un recuento en cuanto al aprendizaje, donde adquirí el conocimiento. Yo directamente, a mí me enseñó mi padre. Aparte de ser chamán o curandero de la tribu, era el líder o cacique de la tribu de los Ocainas.
Okay, he's telling me that he learned all of the shamanism and the plants knowledge from his father. And his father was a curator, a shaman in his tribe, the Ocaina tribe in the Peruvian rainforest. And he also was a leader, like the cacique, we call the chief of the tribe where he grew up. And most of the chief in the rainforest, like in their tribes, they are people that have the most knowledge in plants, like herbal healers. They will get the responsibility, or they will be the chief of their tribe, because they are really known for in the medicinal plants and their knowledge about the plants. So he grew up in the Ocaina tribe in the Peruvian rainforest, and his father was the chief and the shaman from his tribe.
Yo empecé a practicar lo que es vegetalismo, o sea, todo lo que es con plantas medicinales.
He started practicing all about the tropical medicine plants when he was 16 years old, and now he's 29 years old, but he started practicing when he was very young, all about the tropical medicine. His father had 15 children, and he had about 3 wives in the tribe, and he's not the only shaman from his father's generation. His older brother is also another shaman. His mother is from the Bora Indians tribe from the Colombian side, and his father is the Ocaina tribe in the Peruvian side, and that's close to the border, Peru and Colombia. All his relatives, brothers and sisters and uncles and aunts, all his family are living still in that area.
Bien, un poco haciendo
He's telling that originally the Bodas, they came from the Colombian side, from the Caquetá River. He's telling a little bit about the history of the Bodas, how they came to this side.
Bueno, mi madre está, o sea, la
The
mayor
majority
cantidad
of
de
the
los Boras, de
Bodas
familiares,
tribe
está
people, they are still
en un lugar
living in
que está
Colombia,
dentro del territorio
in a place
colombiano,
called
es
Chorrera.
un lugar
That's
se llama
located
La
by
Chorrera.
the cloud forest area, or more to the mountain-like side. In Peru, we have a lot of Bodas people here, what are native people.
Bueno, los Boras emigran de allá en los años.
He's just talking a little bit about history in the Robert Boone time, in the late 1800s. A lot of these mestizos, also the Europeans, when they came, they used to call them patrons, patrones. They used to get a lot of the tribal people to use them as slaves to work, and sometimes even kill them, and not pay their salaries. So when that was happening, they all got scared about that, and they moved over this side of Peru to be away from donde patrones, we call the patrons, because they used to get them all and use them like slaves, sometimes even kill them. And when that was happening, all these Bodas, they got scared and they just started moving, migrating from their land to other areas for better life and safety.
Sí, también era cacique de los Ocainas. Bueno, quiero
The
hacer un
Ocainas
poco
were known to be a very
de la tribu de mi padre.
aggressive warriors in the rainforest here. Among other tribes like Jibaros are also known to be warriors, really strong people. On his father's side, he was an Ocaina member, and they were known here and still known to be really, let's say, warriors, protect their tribe and fight with other tribes and be really brave people.
Mi padre, eso ya me contó a manera de historia a mí.
In that time, when they used to have fights with the other tribes, his father, he was not that aggressive person, and he was already changed a little bit. He was more coming to this modern world. But when he told him about his father, his grandfather, when they used to have those fights, and they used to eat the people, their food in the hands and also part of the head, we call brain, was the most delicious or the best part of the human's body. And they used to have those rituals and also eat because there was cannibals. And also to scare their other rivals, other tribes that were close to their community. His father told Guillermo about that, about his grandfather, what happened in that time. So he knows that from his father just by history.
Bien, bueno, la rivalidad siempre era de que
In that time,
generalmente
it was very sacred, very important
los
to
jóvenes de algunas
keep
tribus
their
se querían
race. Let's say
casar
like not mix their tribe. Okay, some other tribes like the young people, they used to like fall in love or maybe try to get a girl from the other side, from the other tribe, and that was mostly okay the conflict that they used to have because of that problem. And they were more like, don't mix the blood, don't mix our race here with the other tribes. That was basically why they used to fight a lot. Not only because of that, also because of land.
su dialecto. Bueno, en sí los boras, huitotos y ocainas usan el mismo material.
The difference
para
basically
hacer
among the
otros
tribes are
materiales.
dialect. They speak all different dialect. The way they dress up also.
Los trazos que
They
se
use
usan.
barks from trees. They use palm tree fronds. They make the skirts, and they also decorate their body. They have like a temporary tattoo. They paint their body with a fruit called huito, and they have different decoration symbols on their body. So from the Okaina to the Bora, the difference were really the way they dressed up, also the way they hunt, and the way the dialect, in their own beliefs. They
En la
believe
alimentación
in
también
different
había
gods, and
diferencia.
also in their food diet.
Bueno, nosotros los boras siempre hemos creído
The Witoto tribe, Husiñamui, it's they referring to their god, and God, they don't know who exactly God is, but they have the name for their god, Husiñamui. And it's kind of like for the Catholic Church, we don't know how our God is, but we worship Him. He's mighty, He's powerful, He created the earth and nature and everything. And the same way happens to the Witoto tribes.
Bien, la tribu, bueno,
Going way back in our history, there were tribes, very numerous people, and probably one single tribe would have 2 or 3 villages. Every village would have, let's say, like a midwife or like a shaman. Sometimes only one village will have that person, and the other people from the other villages will go and see this person from the other village. But they will be all in one tribe, not all mixed. So every tribe will have their chief and their herbal healers or shamans in that time. Now the numbers of the indigenous tribes in Peru, they're probably 65 more or less. We're just talking about Peru.
bien.
He's telling me that from his tribe, from the Okaina tribe, there was a person that came to this guy here to get his treatment. He was very sick. He was having hemorrhages, abdominal pain. But he told this guy that it was a work, like a spell from a witch doctor, an evil work in his body, okay, that he got from somebody. So we believe a lot about that here in the Amazon. We believe in ghosts, we believe in witch doctors, and shamans are fine, great people, and they use their knowledge to help people and not harm people. But this guy, when he came to see Guillermo, he went to look for another shaman to work together, but he was extremely sick, and the only thing they did is just to use the dry leaves. They start shaking on their body just to give them peace in their body and just probably let them die. He had an experience like that when sometimes people come at the last moment that it's too late, can't really do much, and that's when they die. But I just tell you a little bit of one experience in my neighborhood. One of my friends is a teacher, and he used to work in one of the villages in the Amazon, and he had another person living with him in the jungle. He's got a wife and 2 children in Iquitos, but he got a lover in the village. When this lover find out that he got a family and the children, she got really jealous, and she was very possessive. She wanted just to have him, and very dominant. She didn't know the way to get rid of his family. We believe that she used the power of a witch doctor to do something to this teacher's family. And after days, a month, my neighbor, teacher's wife, she got really sick. We took her to the hospital in Iquitos, and see what was happening with her. She was okay for the Western medicine. She was like healthy, but she was dying. She was getting her body was getting skinny and very dry. And they even took her bones examples, and blood and everything to see if she got cancer or maybe AIDS. And she was perfectly okay, but she was dying. And she died really skinny, very skinny. And she, left two children in Iquitos. But nobody knew what was happening to this lady. We believe a lot in shamanism and witch doctors was a witch doctor. And they just went in and they said the lady is guilty for this, because she used the power of somebody to do a big damage to this family. And also my sister, when she was working in her yard, she was cutting all the grass with my nieces and nephews. And she found a toad by her yard. And the toad had the mouth sewed with nylon. And she got close to the toad and she cut this nylon with a scissor. And she found a picture of a girl inside of the mouth of the toad. Spit the picture out, and then she looked and she got really scared. And they like I said, we believe a lot in those kind of evil works. What my sister did, she had to burn the whole thing. She put some kerosene on the toad and on the picture and kill everything to cancel it out. Okay, all the spell work from the witch doctor to the person that he was probably working to do any harm. And that was really scary. And she came to my house, to my apartment. She was telling me, this is what I found. And I said, where's the toad? It's ashes already, because I have to burn it out to cancel all the work from this witch doctor. And many people die, they get swollen, like the toads die, frogs, they get swollen. That's the effect. They say they would die like a toad, they say, because the work is based on the toad to kill this person. So they do all those evil works. Or some other people get your picture, maybe your clothes. They do rituals. It's more like evil work, like spiritism. I live in Iquitos for many years. I mean, I know your world, I know my world, and I can tell you, even if I experience both worlds, I can still say that I believe in those things. I believe in God powerfully, and I know I have a good aura, protection, and He's overseeing me. But I get scared. I respect those people. I don't mess with them. I try to be good with them, because if I do something wrong, I mean, they can do any
cast a spell upon
cast a spell on me, and that's what we believe here a lot. I don't know if your culture is the same, but here in our culture, we believe strongly in those things, especially in the rainforest side, in the mountain side, in the jungle side. We believe all about spiritism, shamanism, and witch doctors. Very powerful here. We have some products on the table, and I will work now with Guillermo and show you and translate some of the local medicines here. I can tell you things about ayahuasca, but Guillermo knows more about this because they believe this is like the father and mother from all the plants here. It's like ayahuasca's calling name is a soul vine. Soul vine, the scientific name is Banisteriopsis caapi, and it's used for their ceremonies to diagnose their patients for cleaning or cleanliness, what you call. It's also a good laxative and purgative, but also for him it is doctor. This is the doctor, they believe, ayahuasca. And here is Guillermo that works with the ayahuasca doctor to treat their patients. Ayahuasca, it's a woody vine. Okay, it's a vine that grows in the rainforest here. It's not really easy to find because there are many vines that looks just like this, and you have to know the special type. And this is the ayahuasca. And now we can ask Guillermo how they use ayahuasca in the preparation of this beverage for the patients and for himself. And Guillermo will tell us in Spanish all the different plants and how they make ayahuasca. ¿Cómo hacen ayahuasca?
Bueno, nosotros para tener el líquido ya de esta soga, recolectamos de 8 a 10 kilos, hervimos en un recipiente en la olla que tenemos ahí al frente, un día, ¿no? Un día, 11 horas, hasta obtener de toda esa cantidad de líquido, una botella y medio, ¿no? Acá tenemos un poco, una botella y medio. Eso ya se utiliza en los rituales o ceremonias de toma de la ayahuasca, no solamente en la preparación no entra lo que es pura ayahuasca, sino entra otros agregados que es chacruna, yaje, hojas de toe y hojas de tabaco, en algunos casos también hojas de chirisanán.
Okay, he is telling me that to prepare ayahuasca, the beverage, they have to boil this for hours, maybe 11 hours, 11 horas, 12 horas. 12 hours. Okay, they just keep adding more water and keeps boiling and boiling, steaming out, and they not just use ayahuasca, which is the main ingredient. They use other plants like angel's trumpet, toy is in Spanish. Also they use chacruna, another
Yahe.
plant, yahe, and tobacco leaves for the preparation of ayahuasca. They have to stop eating because they have to be there at the moment, taking care of the preparation, so they don't do any other things. It's just there taking care of the beverage because it's very important for them. It's like a ceremony sort of thing to be after or taking care of the ayahuasca preparation. So they use all those plants, and after that, maybe they get a bottle like this. This is ayahuasca, the drink. I asking how many kilograms of the ayahuasca plants they use. ¿Cuántos kilos de plantas?
8-10 kilos.
8 to 10 kilograms of all the ayahuasca and other plants they use that to prepare in this ceramic pot here, this container, for about 12 hours boiling. So ayahuasca, here the beverage in the vine here leads him to find out all their patients' problems. Okay, it's like to diagnose their disease, and he has to drink this, and for many times also their patients they have to drink this to get rid of their problems. When he has patients that they come here to get his treatment and they don't know what's going on in their body, what's happening, he uses the ayahuasca beverage in rituals and ceremonies. He drinks that, and also he gives the patients to drink that when they're physically more or less say okay, they're not really sick, because if they're really sick, this would be a little too much for them, for their body to resist. Okay, and sometimes he combines his drinks to other members of his family or from the patient's family, but basically they both drink, the patient and the shaman, to treat and discover and diagnose their problems. Here we have another plant here. Achiote is what I've been mentioning for the tribes. They use this to paint their face for decoration and also to dye their skirts for coloring. But here is also useful for conjunctivitis. This is our ophthalmologist of their jungle. Even from the stem, if you put that in water, okay, a very thick sap or liquid will come like eye drop, okay, and they put that on the eye to treat conjunctivitis, okay, or some infections in the eye, just to clean your eyes. And it's useful here, only the stem, the little branch from the achiote plant. And here we have this plant is called Sachahergon, which is in a Araceae family. It's the fer-de-lance plant. Fer-de-lance is a pit viper in the rainforest. It's really poisonous. And here's a snake in this bottle. He just found a snake around the garden just to show people. They put in this bottle. For some reason, people here, they kill the snakes. Like Linnea Smith, she was telling us that every time they find a snake, they kill it, because they believe if they don't kill the snake in that moment, the snake may come back later and kill them later. So they better kill it now, because this is very dangerous. This is a pit viper, and to heal or cure the snake bite from the pit viper from the fer-de-lance, they use this plant here. Basically, they use the tuber, what you see here.
Okay.
So, ¿cómo se dice?
Bueno, esto se lo raya y se saca el jugo.
They grate this and get the juice,
Ese jugo se toma
the raspberry.
y el sobrante, eso se envuelve en una hoja y se le calienta, ¿no? Entonces eso se pega haciendo un previo pequeño corte en la parte de la mordedura. Así protegemos lo que es, bajamos el dolor, al mismo tiempo protegemos de la infección y el posible inflamación por concepto de la picadura de la culebra.
So they get this tuber, they grate this, okay, like grating, okay, and then they get the juice and drink the juice to treat internally, but also this the tuber, the grated tuber, also they put that on leaves and they like smoke the leaf, okay, put under fire, and then they just apply that direct on the snake bite. They just clean a little bit and they put that to stop from infections and also inflammations, also, and also to heal the wound. But basically, you have to drink it, okay, and also apply that direct on the skin for the snake bite. It's called the dragons. This is the fer-de-lance plant, or Sachahergon in Spanish. And here we have in these bottles here, not just ayahuasca, we have other drinks. I will show you. This is called a clavohuasca. Clavohuasca or clove vine. Smells really good. This is probably the reason why my grandfather had many wives. It's a jungle aphrodisiac.
Ah.
Okay, you wanna smell? Yes,
Ooh.
alcohol.
Oh,
There's sugarcane
yeah.
rum and also honeybee. Honeybee is very good for you. It's good for impotency, infertility. It's good basically for the arthritis and rheumatism problems and colds, and also to give you a good time in the jungle. For you, he's enchanting you by using the powers of the plants and the spirits of the plants. Okay, for your protection of your problem.
Y no se coroku hay de cuellan ya usinya muy come ku ya hay de cue beno mo yuaku nagema biru de ya Itaño come que rosiji hay de cue come que viejo fumón hay de cue come que venomo yuaku nakema biru de ya usinya muy venomo come que ya hay de cue yuaku hisa Hiya, hiya, hay de cue, hisa, venomo, caimaque, viruide, comeque, hiya. Mereño, hay de cue, hisa, hay de cue, venomo, caimaque. Cue, mamenoga, hay foque, mereño, comeque. Zo benomo hitaño yuaku benomo hita Ay de cue hia yuaku benomo comeku hia Ay de cue hitaño comeku Hiya hai yuaku hita benomo comeku hai de cue hisa hiya
Yeah, it's for stress and too much worry.
Rosiji hai de cue Rosiji benomo Rosiji yuaku Rosiji benomo Rosiji kaimaku Rosiji benomo butukau Wareka bibumo butukai hiya Husinyamu benomo bite Rosiji hisa Rosiji hutaño comeku Hiya Rosiji benomo hai de cue comeku hisa
助悪べのもひやるくほほもひや助悪べのもひさこめくこめくへらせじはいでくひやはいでくひさべのもこめくほほもふすにょじゃいなまふじにゃむいこめくべのもひさぶてかう